Good morning, kids, and today we're checking out a brand new video from Connie X of giving Digimon from Digimon Cross Wars full Digivolution lines. If you don't know what the show is, Con, take it away.
Digimon Cross Wars, focused on Digicross, a different type of Digivolution, using different Digimon as constituent parts in a sort of Megazord fashion. But we have also seen conventional Digivolution in Digimon Cross Wars and its extended media, whether it be Shoutmon King, Atla Ballistamon and Jaeger Derulemon, or even Sparrowmon becoming Raptor Sparrowmon. But what if all Cross Wars partner Digimon got to conventionally Digivolve, not just be part of Digicross like those examples I just listed? On today's video we're going to explore that, giving all Cross Wars partner Digimon a full evolution line from Rookie to Mega.
Alright, let's do this. And happy holidays.
Happy holidays! What is up, digital companions? My name is Khan EX, and welcome back to Karn's Holiday Hootenanny. This month may be all over the place, it may not be.
Holiday Hootenanny.
Before some videos you've already seen, maybe different backgrounds,
I like it.
May not be, who knows? Timey-wimey wibbly wobbly. Hey, no sponsor on this video, but if you wanted to consider becoming a channel member, like it's a long time since I promoted channel memberships at the front of a video, for like £2 great British pounds, you can support this channel directly, meaning that we have to take less sponsors and get early access to tons of videos. Channel members have gotten this video, as well as literally all my November videos early in November, and I've done that consistently since I opened channel memberships, and it will continue into 2024. So if you consider supporting the channel at any level, I'd really appreciate it. Thank you. So I wanted to do this video
support
idea
him, support me, support us all.
Digimon to see if there's interest, similar to how I initially did with the 0-2 Armor Digivolutions. I know Cross Wars is beloved, but doing custom art evolution lines for all the partners would cost a ton of money. So I do know that I don't cover Cross Wars as much as I'd maybe like to, but that's just because it's such a unique season that I haven't had the opportunity to yet. So I want to try this video, see what the reception is, to see whether it's worth doing custom art in the first place. But I still
hold on, I am going to give my own tidbit about it. Cross Wars at first is, well, it's strange at first because you're not used to seeing two Digimon fuse to become one Digimon, unless it's DNA Digivolution. But they don't call it DNA Digivolution. They call it cross evolution. To where they go from two Digimon to one Digimon. It's strange. And it's not like the two become one mentally. There's still two separate Digimon, but now only one is in control. I'm sorry, that probably made no damn sense to anyone out there. All in all, it's strange, but it's actually pretty damn good. I recommend it.
I think this video has got a ton of really cool evolution picks, mostly came up with by me, but with some consultation from one of my best buds and Digimon Cross Wars superfan Proto Dubs. And before someone says, oh, it's the antithesis to Cross Wars to give them full evolution lines, no. Cross Wars itself, Cross Wars manga, video games have all demonstrated that these Cross Wars Digimon could digivolve conventionally, so
Omni Shoutmon.
And of course Shoutmon got the most forms in the entire show. What I'm going to try and do for all these picks is not choose something that feels like Digicross, but give them something that feels like a conventional evolution. So I'm not just gonna do like Shoutmon Cross 4, etc. Shoutmon King being the champion of course works out well and is canon to the show. And then Omega Shoutmon is a path that features next to no Digicross, more so the Omnimon elements. The Mega unfortunately can't be quite as Digicross free, but Shoutmon DX is an obvious choice. It's one of the things we saw in the card game, though Proto suggested you could also use the Randomon, as it is a golden Mega Digimon that would work digivolving specifically from Omni Shoutmon. So Shoutmon DX or the Randomon, whichever you prefer. I'm going to break my own rules a little bit here because I do want to talk about Sparrowmon, which technically isn't a partner, but is part of Cross Heart, so it's fine. Sparrowmon, I think, would digivolve nicely to...
Oh, I remember you.
Armor Digimon Rinkmon. There's some really interesting visual cohesion there. And from that point onwards, well, Pangeamon I feel like almost has to be in a potential Sparrowmon evolution line. And the Mega could be Ancient Megatheriumon, Hexablaumon, whatever you prefer. I mean, if you want to go just purely Leomon, I guess you could do Sparrowmon to Leomon to Pangeamon to Regularmon. However, something I've really grown fond of is the idea of
Too many lions!
Sparrowmon being part of a full Legend Arms Digivolution line. The Legend Arms are this subset of Digimon, all based around weaponry and shields. Spartamon is one, Ludomon is one, Zubamon is one, there are a bunch more. And I actually think there are existing Legend Arms Digimon who would work pretty well. Spartamon digivolving to Teoludamon, another beast-like Legend Arms Digimon with white fur, works really nicely to me and repurposes the Ludamon line a little bit. And then could digivolve to Raiji Ludamon, which is the standard Teoludamon evolution. I do understand that its visual connection to Spartamon is a little bit weak, but bear with me because I will have Raiji Ludamon become Armamon from the Japanese exclusive Digimon Story Supercross Wars Red and Blue video games, who is also a Legend Arms Digimon and incredibly blue in color, which is a great visual match to the rookie Spartamon and to Teoludamon, but also has a burst mode called Omega Armamon Burst Mode, which is much more gold in color, creating more of a cohesion with the yellow-gold Raiji Ludomon, which would mean the full evolution line would be blue, blue, yellow, creating an overall cohesion. I just think this line works so great for Spartamon. Gives it a Legend Arms purpose if we're not going to use a completely custom line for him. And they all wield blades of some kind, whether it be Spartamon and its butter knife. I know it's not a butter knife, but it looks like a butter knife. Tia and Raiji Ludo with their claws, and Armamon and its burst mode brandishing swords. Then is Kitty has
lots of swords.
Its rookie, I think, has pretty much been established by the card game and other things now to definitely be Gaussmon. Looking at Gaussmon and Cross Wars Greymon, there's such connection there. The ultimate being Metal Greymon, I do think works. Yes, male Bergermon is supposed to be part of that Digicross. To me, Kitty has line of Metal Greymon and Z Greymon just feels so obviously intended to be the evolution line for his Greymon that I wouldn't want to deviate too much. If you did want to stray away more from Digicross elements though, you could make the Mega, the recently-ish revealed Digimon Brigadramon, which keeps some of those blues going, is a Greymon adjacent Digimon, doesn't require as much Digicross as Z Greymon. But personally...
And also, it actually has the red hair, because just like regular Metal Greymon. There we go.
I think Gaussmon to Greymon to Metal Greymon to Z Greymon is kind of perfect for Kiriha, especially if you use that concept art of Z Greymon that was all blue and red. As for his male Birdramon, while setting it apart, I think Jazzimon would be a really good rookie. There's not a ton of metallic bird rookie Digimon anyway, so I think this one fits the bill. The ultimate...
Hold on, folks. I'll be right back. Sorry about that, folks. We're back.
We talked about Brigadramon before, why not Cargodramon? Again, another D-Brigade Digimon that was revealed recently. And then we could actually use Brigadramon for this Mega Digivolution. It's a little bit more out there. I mean, you could also just slot male Birdramon into the whole Jazzamon line if you wanted to, but I think Cargodramon and Brigadramon's a little bit different, and them being D-Brigade Digimon ties into the kind of armies feel of Cross Wars. Nene and you have a Dark Knightmon. I think an interesting line here would be Pawn Chessmon Black, then Skull Knightmon, no-brainer, into Dark Knightmon, and then either Tactimon or Craniamon. Craniamon looking a lot more skull-like, which would tie more into the Skull and Dark Knightmon evos. Hell, if you want to really expand my brain, you could even choose Shroudmon. Then is Nene's Sparrowmon. Now, we know it became Raptor Sparrowmon, that's great, but from that point onwards, there's not a lot of Digimon that fit perfectly. Some contenders are Jazza Richmon and Maildramon, which I do think are pretty good. I think I'm going to settle with Sindoramon, though. It's not perfect, but I think does kind of work. What this demonstrates to me is we need a perfect/ultimate level for Digimon that don't look like existing ones, but I think Sindoramon is okay. And then the Mega will be Crossmon, which I think is much closer to the visual style of Sparrowmon and Raptor Sparrowmon. Nene also
it's literally a golden bot, so yes. Oh my.
A Mervamon. Mervamon is kind of themed around snakes, so a good line could be Kudamon to Kotalmon to Sandiramon, and then Merva/Minervamon. You could kind of go really expanded brain and choose something like Iguinitmon, going to Kinkakumon and Shohakaimon, though some of those elements may show up in later evolution lines. I guess what this means is that we need a Snake Lady Ultimate, like the Lamiamon we created for our 02 Dark Digivolution video. And there's used Damimon.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Of course, from Chumon makes perfect sense. From there, though, Damimon gets a little bit weird because they made Tuarmon a champion level just the same as Damimon, and they've never given Deadly Tuarmon a level. So I guess you could consider Tuarmon a slide evolution from Damimon, and the evolution to be
it pretty much is a slide evolution. That's how it's treated in the show.
Deadly Tuarmon, but we don't actually know what the level of Deadly Tuarmon is. I mean, I always see it as like an ultimate. So I'm going to stick with Deadly Tuarmon as the ultimate of Damimon and Tuarmon.
I can see that.
Make the Mega something like Zambamon, which I think has a lot of visual similarity and works quite well. This is one of those Digimon that I would definitely consider giving a custom art Mega though. Then we're over to
I can see that.
Tageru, the second protagonist, has a much more conventional evolution line, thank God for Cross Wars Season 3. First time anyone said that. Gumdramon becoming Arrestadramon, then Arrestadramon Superior Mode, which is considered an ultimate level, and then the Brave Snatcher. Some people treat the Brave Snatcher Arrestadramon Superior Mode as a Mega level, but apparently it is officially considered an ultimate, just like a mode change of regular Superior Mode. So I quite like Dynasmon visually from Arrestadramon Superior Mode.
No, that actually makes a whole lot of sense. And because if you look at them, hold on. If you look at them, they're both purple dragon-like beasts, so it just makes a whole lot of sense. And like, yes, I understand his wings on purple, but he is purple, and technically so is the rest of Dynamon or Dynasmon, however you said it.
Superior Mode, though a pick that Proto suggested that I really like is Dorugoramon. Works pretty nicely and would give something for the Dorumon family to do in Cross Wars.
Yes.
Ryoma's Psychmon, we know, kind of warp Digivolve to Astamon. I think you could fill in a pretty conventional line here of Psychmon to Sangloopmon to Astamon and finally Belphamon Rage Mode. Just makes sense to me. Airu has an Apossomon that becomes a Chohakaimon, that's why we didn't use Chohakaimon earlier. The rookie could be Pillowmon. I think Pillowmon to Apossomon works pretty well, and Pillowmon is a Cross Wars Digimon. The Mega, it's a struggle. Chohakaimon doesn't really nicely digivolve into anything, but we're gonna go with Kuzuhamon because it's dark purples, kind of close to the pinks, and it keeps the animal theme going. We go from Possum to Pig to Fox Lady. It's Digimon. Anren's Drakmon does become Yaxamon. This is a fun line. I like Drakmon.
Is his head upside down?
So I wanted to keep some more of that kind of ant-like Digi-Egg of Sincerity feel going, and the weaponry theme, which is why to me a no-brainer would be the more recently revealed Ayatamon going to Bloom Lordmon. Oh, it's the old Clockshop man, who's just a normal Clockshop man and nothing else. He is partnered with, of course, a Clockmon. I think the rookie could be Solarmon to reference a sundial, and because of the visual similarities between Solarmon and Clockmon. The ultimate, I'm going to go with Metal
I actually got to agree with you on that. That is literally sundial to modern clock. Yes. Whoa.
Picture this being the hooded figure on top of Clockmon, detaching, the hammer turning into a scythe, and, you know, the Reaper appears when you run out of time. And then the Mega would be Diaboromon, because, well, I'm honest, I initially thought of this because of that one clock scene from Digimon Adventure Hour War Game, and because, there's something up with that watchmaker, and Diaboromon does visually resemble Bagramon. Not that I'd bring that up for any reason. Hideaki is partnered with a Dobamon. I see no reason not to give this Labramon into Dobamon, then Cerberusmon, and either Plutomon or Anubismon at the Mega. Pretty well established Dobamon evolution line. No real need to change it. Kiichi is partnered with a Locomon. It would of course digivolve into a Gran Locomon. That makes perfect sense to me. The champion, it's again for some reason never been done. I did talk about this in a video about Digimon that are visually the same or visually connected but have no actual lore connection.
I remember that video.
Digivolving from Trailmon makes perfect sense to me. A Train champion level Digimon becoming a Train ultimate level Digimon. And there is an Appmon called Reshamon who is literally just rookie or standard grade Appmon equivalent of Locomon.
Look at that.
So adorable. This full line of trains would be great, but if you don't want me to use Appmon because you're a prude, I think Haguramon or Junkmon would also work just fine.
Ooh, maybe Junkmon because of the wheels.
Haneki has a Witchmon. I'm gonna go with my tried and true evolution line that I love at this point. Ghostmon to Witchmon to Arukenimon, though again I would love Garudamon, the Appmon here. And then I think honestly a bit of an out there pick could be Mutant Lilithmon. There is a prominent Lilithmon in Cross Wars, but it would be a great opportunity to use that Mutant Lilithmon that I love so much and make it feel like a bit of a distinct evolution. The red Mutant Lilithmon coming from Arukenimon and Witchmon working so well. By the time you see Witchmon, Lilithmon isn't around in Cross Wars anyway, so having a Mutant Lilithmon would be enough difference in my opinion for it to work. Ken gets a Shima Unimon, not that Ken. Digivolve that from Violet Elecmon, I think that works, and into Indaramon and maybe Kentorusmon, keeping up some horsey feels. Naboru has
keep the horse.
Alomon, which he uses as a mount. Limited appearances from this Digimon, but I think focusing on that mount element works pretty well. So I'm going to give it a Monodramon or a Yuki Agumon as a rookie, just because that works fine as an Alamon Prevo in my opinion. And then give it a Brachiomon as the ultimate, because he could still ride on the back of the Brachiomon, and Canondramon for the Mega for the same reasons, and because Brachiomon to Canondramon is a pretty established evolution branch.
Oh yeah, that's pretty good.
Has a Submarimon, again a kind of vehicle Digimon. Armadillomon would be obvious here, though I do quite like Gomamon too. I feel like we need another small aquatic vehicle feeling rookie Digimon, but Armadillomon, Gomamon I'm happy with either way. Similarly, for the ultimate, Gosokumon could work if you wanted to keep it in the water. However, if you like my all-terrain vehicle idea, I do think Frozomon could be a good ultimate. And then finally, the Mega could be Aegistramon, Gigaseedramon. Depends on what you're looking for here, but I think Aegistramon from Frozomon and then Submarimon and Gomamon would work best. Akari has a Darulumon, and the only two Darulumon pre-evolutions we've ever seen used outside of the card game, which makes pretty much any pre-evolution work, are Gabumon and Black Gabumon. And that does make sense if Darulumon is kind of cross-wars.
No, yeah, it makes sense. I mean, when you think about it, wolf, 4 legs, it's literally just a lion-maned Garurumon. I mean, hello? The drills is definitely extra.
So the Darulumon trope, but I always preferred Gazimon as a Darulumon prevo. I think Gazimon's attitude matches Darulumon a little bit, and I could definitely see how the grey-furred Gazimon could digivolve into the white and orange of Darulumon. Then, of course, the ultimate would be Jaeger Darulumon. This has literally been designed for Darulumon in the Cross Wars manga, and it's been used for Vital Bracelet and things like that. And for the Mega, you could go Cresgarurumon. I do like that, but like with choosing Gazimon as the rookie, I want to avoid completely using Gabumon family evolution. So what about Heavy Leomon? I think if you look at the kind of drills of the Darulumon line, the excavation feel of Heavy Leomon, I think works quite well for them. Akari also has a Cutemon. I think this digivolving to Bitsmon is a no-brainer. They're both cute pink rabbits. The ultimate could be Cukimon, which I barely get to use in these evolution line videos, but I think could work pretty well. And then the Mega will be Lord Nightmon. I was considering Lovely Angemon, but Lord Nightmon, as Roto reminded me, is probably the better choice because Cutemon in Cross Wars is kind of presented as a male, or at least has like a boyish voice and personality. So while sure there could be a boyish Lovely Angemon, I think Lord Knight being pink but typically presented as male in a lot of Digimon media would work with Cutemon quite well. And then finally is Zenjiro.
Hold on, am I the only one that actually ever knows, or ever heard that Lord Nightmon was voiced by a woman in the entire time? Like, in the Digimon Frontier, it's where they had the whole crap, whatever one it was where they had the Spirit Evolution. And I swear in that one, the Lord Nightmon was literally a woman. I swear I remember that.
Or Jeremy to you dub watchers, who is partnered with a Ballistamon, which of course becomes Atla Ballistamon. Now technically we do kind of have a rookie for Ballistamon in Dark Volumon, though that's kind of seen as like a Dark Revo for Ballistamon, so perhaps a regular Volumon should exist at some point, just a recolored Dark Volumon that doesn't look quite as cranky. Hagurumon was also used as the rookie on the VB, and I do quite like that. You could also throw in Kokabuterimon here, but I always think that was more like a Blitzmon Prevo than a Ballistamon Prevo. But I think Kokuamon is my go-to Ballistamon.
There you go.
It doesn't have a lot of the blues and reds, but I think does visually work. And for the Mega coming from Atla Ballistamon, yeah, we don't have a lot of choice here. Our issues with the lack of bug Mega Digimon that are
we need
really
more
bugs.
The
problem here. Tiger Vespamon doesn't work despite my best hopes. Hercules Kabuterimon is already so heavily associated with the Kabuterimon line, so I'm gonna settle on Tyrant Kabuterimon. I think Ancient Beetlemon could also work, but I think the ancient vibes of Ancient Beetlemon kind of contrast with the more robotic futuristic vibes of Ballistamon, so I'm gonna settle on Tyrant Kabuterimon.
Tyrant actually works out pretty well because it almost looks to be metallic because of how shiny it is.
The most perfect pick, but you know, red plus blue kind of equals purple, so it's a stretch, but it's my stretch. Alright, and that is fine. All of my picks for the partner Digimon in Digimon Cross Wars is full evolution lines from Rookie to Mega. These are far from objective picks, these are just my ideas, and mainly, like I said, I wanted to put this video out to kind of test the waters and see if people want to see more Cross Wars content from me. I know Cross Wars is one of my least covered seasons.
Not too bad.
A little bit nervous because there's so much to tackle. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below and your picks. Again, this is just a bit of fun, so if you've got a pick that you're really set on, let me know. Don't be a dick about it. Thank you to my sovereigns, ZDK14, Jmon, and Mickey D34.
Well, folks, that's going to be the end of today's episode because he's just going to go on thanks and then, you know, all that. So I'm going to go ahead and give my outro. Thank you all for watching. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe for more. Link to the original will be in the description below, and I'll see all you folks next time when we flick on. Peace out.